Hey, let's talk about that weather. You going to click the graphics for me? Good. I could use some help sometimes. Hey, let's talk about the view outside. Not the worst, not the best. Of course, we got blue skies everywhere. But also notice, yes, our friend the haze is making a return. So, yeah, we got a little break from it this weekend. This morning was not horrible, but now it's starting to creep back up. You really see it over the Ensign Peak camera, obviously. But notice here at Cache Valley, we've got some of that haze starting to show up. We'll take you over towards Nelson Peak. If you look down into the valleys, we're starting to see some of that haze building up. And you can actually really see it at the West Valley City area here, looking towards the mountains. You can see, yeah, they're hardly visible right now. So the haze has made a return, and it will continue to do so, I think, in the coming days. So we're going to have to watch that air quality. Not so much today, but obviously as we get closer towards the middle of the work week. All right, here's a look at the temperatures out there. 38 degrees in Salt Lake City, 35 in Provo. We've got 42, though, in Ogden, 43 in Price. Temperatures around 43 in Hanksville, 40 in Milford, 45 in Cedar City, and 51 in St. George. So while the haze is on the return out there, we're not dealing with terrible air quality. Last week when I was showing you this map, most of northern and central Utah dealing with widespread moderate to just unhealthy air. It's not so much the case out there today. So that's the good part of it, although we do have a little pocket of moderate air quality showing up, especially right around Salt Lake City. But this is not really unusual. Obviously, this is the urban corridor, so you're going to have at least a little bit from time to time. But I don't think we go worse than moderate air quality for us today up and down the I-15 corridor. In fact, many areas like Tooele County over towards portions of Carbon and Uinta counties dealing with the good range when it comes to the air quality, and that extends back down towards southwestern portions of the state as well. So again, it's really not bad out there for us today, but it's because high pressure kind of shifted off the west coast a little bit. That was enough to give us that northerly flow to help try to clear the air out some this past weekend and give us a cool and sunny pattern. It's obviously not moving far enough away to give us precipitation chances, and this high pressure is going to move back towards the east in the coming days, which is why we'll see a return of that increase in haze. You can see that here on the upper level futurecast. We've got that northerly flow now with some decent conditions, but here comes that ridge of high pressure dropping down to our south and east, and that will center that haze by the time we get towards the middle of the work week right over the Beehive State once again. So I think as we get towards Wednesday, maybe even into Thursday, we're going to have to deal with a little bit more of that reduced air quality. But then notice by the time we get towards Thursday and Friday, we've got this low pressure that cuts off from the main jet stream. We hate to see that, right? Because when you split the storm track, that means you've got two weaker parts. So you've got one part that's going to go to the north, you've got another part down to the south, but most of the deeper moisture will stay to our south. But it will give us at least a chance of some passing precipitation Friday night into Saturday. Now, I'm not at all too excited about the chances of seeing anything with this significantly that will move through the area, but a couple of snow showers in the mountains, a rain or snow shower in the valley could be possible Friday night into Saturday as that system passes by. Otherwise, you see what's waiting, an area of high pressure. Not good. All right, so through this weekend, again, as you can see, a couple of isolated snow showers possible in some of our mountain locations. Nothing to really ride home about, maybe a dusting in some spots. Yeah, it's just really just meager. But look at the rest of the country. Yeah, that low pressure is going to send all of this moisture across the central and eastern half of the country. And we're talking about a major winter storm, an ice storm along the Gulf Coast here. They had snow over the weekend. Remember, we were talking about that. Now they're looking at an ice storm along the Gulf Coast with heavy snow potential in the northeast, down through the Tennessee Valley and back towards Texas. And again, nothing for us here in Utah. Yikes. All right, low 40s for us across northern Utah, upper 50s in southern Utah. If you're going to be heading out for the march here in just a couple of hours, you can catch that, of course, right here live on ABC4, 2 o'clock. Looking pretty good. Sunshine, low 40s in the forecast. All right, St. George, watch out for some gusty winds this afternoon. Otherwise, temperatures in the upper 50s will stay there through Wednesday. Maybe a slight chance of a shower by Friday. Meanwhile, as we look at the Wasatch Front, we've got low 40s for today, mid to upper 40s for your Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Maybe a couple of isolated showers by the time we get towards your Friday into Saturday. Alyssa?